I can probably have women or kids with this girl. I can get a house. I can
how do I even keep her?
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? Like how am I going to keep her?
Yeah.
How am I going to, you know what I'm saying? Immediately, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like for, you know, a majority of the women that I've dated, it's like in any moment your feelings can change.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm not prepared for that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just supposed to know that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just supposed to know that. You know, I can mitigate it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we can talk through it and stuff. But like the moment that changes and it's,
That's it.
I don't know. You could just wake up and change your fucking mind.
So again, that's what happened. Because I know I did say I would talk about this, and I'm glad Snot brought it up because I never brought it up because everyone's always probably wondering why I'm still single. It's like, no, it's not like that. I'm looking for somebody to date. I just want to be successful in what I do first, and I get it. The risk does come with when we do get big or grow as a channel, that the question now is going to be, are you with me for me, or are you with me for what I have?
That's spooky.
But the thing is, I don't want to do
that. I don't want that
same mistake that I made the first time, because assuming that this person would be with me through thick and thin, and then come to find out that that's not what it was more of I need to get into her mind, but she didn't need to get into my mind because of all the struggles that she went through. Right. But apparently
it wasn't she didn't really care to know what was going on.
Because I wasn't unfortunate because
that's
I
what
wasn't,
usually happens.
I'll say this, because I wasn't broken like her. She kept saying I didn't understand, and I always tell my brother this: two broken people never work.
I'm healed.
Yeah,
I understand why I felt these
exactly,
why I made irrational decisions, and why I did these things. So I can empathize from where you're coming from.
I'll never understand, but I can empathize. Sympathize, and then I can sit down and listen.
I know what anger feels like. I can channel that.
Yeah,
so I can't channel the experience.
Yeah, but
I can channel the rage, the anger that you're feeling. I know how it feels to be angry at something that you can't control, that you can't do nothing. When you feel like everyone's against you, or when you feel lost, or you've been lying to yourself, or when you've already told a lie and then everything you've built has been on the lie. It gets scary.
Yeah, because you have to remember the lie.
Thank you. And what did I say? If you get into a relationship built on a lie, that's spooky.
And I think that's what it was.
That's what it was. Yeah. If you were just honest with me from the beginning, and you knew we couldn't do this whole traditional thing or whatever we had agreed upon.
Yeah, then you should have just told me.
You should have just told me.
I could have saved time and just moved on.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
I would have hurt, but at least we could have saved each other time. I've learned from the 5 years that I was in the relationship what to look for and what not to look for now. So that's why I'm not jumping into dating because I'm afraid or I think that the shit's gonna happen to me again. It's just now I know what to look for. I want to be ready. So I want to put myself in a position where it doesn't get to that. Or if it does start to get to that, I can walk out quick.
I can just leave.
I can just leave. I can shut the emotions off now and just walk out quick. For me, it's not a fear. I'm not afraid of dating or looking for a woman that I can be with. It's just
it's no longer a priority.
Yes.
Or it's no longer priority.
Yes.
It is. Now that I'm out my 20s, dating is not a priority.
Yeah, because from 25 to 30.
Right. In my 20s, that's what I really cared about. Going out, meeting girls, dating, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It didn't work out. None of the relationships that were in worked out. Now I have to restructure my priorities.
Of course. So from 27 to 32.
Right. Now I have to maximize myself.
Of course.
I have to, because if I were to incorporate another person or a relationship in what I'm doing, that's going to throw everything off. Because like my shit's tight knit, So like the next time I date, I'm already going to be a made nigga. That's it. Like I'm already going to be made.
Well, like
there's no, you were with me through the come up. Blah, blah, blah. Nope. None of that. Should have caught me 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And everything else from now is more going to be like business, I guess.
Exactly.
It's going to be business.
Snot says you fall in love quick.
Y'all fall in love faster, but also do no strings attached easier.
I'd say that for some people.
I feel that. I say that for some people.
Yeah, I say that for some people. I wouldn't say that for all or most.
Right.
I'd say that for some people can do that, but some people genuinely want to understand the person that they are with in order to move forward with them, especially if they like them a lot. You get what I'm saying? I don't just want to smash.
I think the whole no strings attached thing is for people with options.
Yeah.
Like me growing up dating, I didn't have options like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
shit, if my brother showed you an old picture of him in high school, you'd be like, nah.
I didn't.
You'd be like, what the fuck?
Me.
Who is that guy?
No.
Where did those 200 pounds go?
I didn't have options growing up. So like, I was a real late bloomer when it came to dating and a lot of things.
Yeah.
And that goes for a lot of the guys that I was around. We didn't really, get into dating until later because we weren't really like, I wasn't a attractive looking person.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I knew now. I didn't have money. I didn't have anything. I didn't have a car. I didn't, like half the time, like it was either me getting curved or tricked. You know what I'm saying? So, So like as I got older and then I started having more like lasting things like that. And then of course, taking a break, observing the field, after my...
Oh, yeah, he saw all the bullshit.
And I saw all the bullshit, seeing what my brother went through, seeing what my boys went through. And it was just the same story on repeat.
Yeah,
and I was like,
just different people.
Right, it's not the women, it's not the people, it's not the men, it's not the women, it's the culture. You know what I'm saying? I just like, all right, I'm just not gonna partake in that until I'm in a different space where, okay, I can find other people who understand that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm at a point where I have now invested too much time on myself to,
Take the bullshit.
Snot says good thing incel ideology wasn't a thing back then.
Yeah.
Snot, here's the thing. Like I said, I'm a healed person. So the reason why I know so much is because I've experienced a lot in a short amount of time. I sped ran through my
20s.
my youth, my teens and my 20s. So yeah, like at some point I'm pretty sure I had like incel ideology. But I understood why one would have incel ideology.
Remember too, our sister thought that's what I was going through.
Sister thought
the red pill.
Red pill. She thought we were, right.
She thought I was going through all that because of what had happened to me. And I'm like, nah, man, I'm just isolated. My brother helped me out. Skylar helped me out.
Because like I said, I went through that.
Yeah.
Remember, I was the ugly fat kid.
Bro, but
you know what I'm saying?
But for me, it wasn't even like being the ugly fat kid. It was just, bro, this is like the first like hardcore, I put time in this relationship.
Right, but what develops incel ideology, Jeff?
Yeah, the resentment. Yeah.
From women. Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. But you, like I said, you helped me with that.
Yeah, when you're an ugly duckling as a kid, you're not going to get the best treatment. That's okay, Jeff.
Yeah.
Like, I was always picked last in grade school.
Yeah, same.
You know what I'm saying? None of the kids, you know what I'm saying? Like, who cares? Whatever. Who gives a f***, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, even in middle school, when I asked my first girl out, she laughed at me. You know what I'm saying? Or, like, the first girl I dated,
the fact that you're asking.
Right. She dated me as a prank, type shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then the first girl that actually really liked me back died in a car accident. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's some crazy shit.
No, that's the wrong button. No, that's the wrong button.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm crazy. I'm dead. This nigga.
I was trying to hit that button.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And, and then, like, but that can understand, though. Like, you feel some type of way. No, that's your only experience.
Of course.
But, like, it's bigger than that.
Yeah.
Once I left high school, once I started meeting new people, once I saw different things, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but like I said,
right.
like I said, like, you guys.
You just got to learn.
You guys had my back.
Yeah,
as soon as it was over, like like people thought, everybody kept making sure I was okay.
Right.
Is my mental good? People thought I was gonna probably unalive myself, and I'm like, nah, my mental wasn't there. It was just having to fix everything and kind of put everything back.
Bro said that's crazy. He said his first love died in
shave. Oh, because I accidentally hit the shave. I was looking for the other button, I couldn't find it.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So, but
like I said, I understand.
Yeah. But other than that,
that's why my goal is to continue to educate people and enlighten them on a different way of thinking, because everyone is so egocentric. They paint the world based off of their own experiences.
Yeah.
That's why we can throw around words like incel, femcel. We can throw words like gooner and this and that. But I understand the root of why you think that way, because I have experienced a lot of those things.
I feel it.
You see what I'm saying? I have experienced, because I've always overthought. I thought about my emotions. Why am I feeling? Why?
Why?
Why? Why? I can ask others why, but I got to ask myself why.
Yeah, that's why.
You see what I'm saying? Like everything is just your ego, bro.
Yeah, but like I said, I'm good. It's like I said, I don't take anything personal. I hope she's doing the good in her life. All that
Right.
stuff like
I always wish the best for my exes, bro.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like, but I don't have to communicate with her again. If I see her walking down the street, I'll say hi. How's your life doing? All that stuff like that.
I don't hate nobody.
I don't hate anybody. I don't hold any ill will towards it. It's just she was at a stage in her life where she just wasn't ready to receive or
you know what I'm saying?
reciprocate.
Like that's okay. That's okay.
Because
right people, wrong time.
it was a new experience for her.
Right.
So now that
but
she learned,
you taught her some. So now for the next person,
she can take that and actually be like, okay,
exactly.
So this is what a good relationship is.
Good relationship.
Yes.
These are the signs. These are the signals.
Yeah.
And I can sleep in peace. I can go to sleep happy. Knowing that someone else will get maybe
they didn't have to
a healed someone who's healing.
So but no, like I said, I'm good. But that's kind of what happened. It's not, that's the reason why I'm not dating now, is because I want to be better prepared for whatever comes next. And now that I understand, I'm not in the dating market, which is probably changed,
right,
bro, which is probably changed. I don't even
so
think